All right, I see Mr. Phelps is back out. I'm trying to get, oh wait, we have ASM Properties back out. We have Mr. Ruark here. This is 2501-0741 ASM Properties versus Blair Bailey and Sterling Phelps. Counsel?
Ron Ruark for the plaintiff, Your Honor.
Mr. Phelps, can you tell me your first and last name?
Sterling Phelps, P-H-E-L-P-S. Sterling
All
is
right,
regular
so
spelling. S-T-E-R-L-I-N-G.
Thank you, sir. All right, so we've had, you've had an opportunity to meet with Lakeshore Legal. It's my understanding that you did not qualify for representation through them. You've also had a chance to speak with Mr. Ruark at this point. And then and here we are. Counsel?
Your Honor, I think we need a hearing date. There's no resolution today, and I don't see a possibility of a resolution today.
All right, we'll come back for 10/25, so April 10th of 2025 at 10:30 a.m. Are we having a full-on hearing? Is there a defense? Is this something we need to do in person?
Yeah, I don't think we need to do it in person, but at this point, we're talking about having a hearing, a full hearing, yes.
All right, then we're going to do it in person. If there are going to be exhibits, listen, wait, let me talk. If there are going to be exhibits, I don't know anything about it. I don't know if there's a defense, if he's alleging that there's something wrong with the property, if there are going to be things I need to see and testimony that needs to be taken. Your
Honor, there will be, so maybe we should appear in person. I agree.
We're doing it in person, okay? Mr. I'm sorry, at ASM Properties, sir, I don't have your name. What is it you needed to say?
Yes, Your Honor. My question is, I rented the property to Blair Bailey, and I don't even know why Sterling Phelps is living there from day one. Blair Bailey doesn't answer my phone. She doesn't answer my texts or emails. Every time we've reached out, he's living there. He claims to be Blair Bailey's father. I don't even know. Blair Bailey.
Where's Blair Bailey, Mr. Phelps? Where's Blair Bailey?
She is a traveling phlebotomist. She was here days ago. She was just here. So he is making this up. Me and him shook hands and said that I would take over this lease on this property and that I would give him my information the first weeks of the new year.
Miss Bailey needs to appear for court on 4/10 at 10:30 a.m. She's on the lease.
Right. Okay.
Court, Mr. Phelps, if not, they can seek a default against her. But the second mailing was not sent, so the second mailing from the court was not requested. It was not sent. I don't see that she was personally served or otherwise served. So she's not in default today because she's not been served to be here through alternate service or otherwise. So we'll set a hearing for 4/10/25 at 10:30 a.m. in person, and we'll have a hearing on that date. All parties are to be present.
And that's 10:30, Your Honor?
10:30 a.m. in person.
Got it. Thanks, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if I may address the court.
Yes.
10 days ago or so, I gave your clerk, her name is Jasmine, $50 to have a jury trial and she didn't, for some reason or another, the legal advice person just a minute ago said she didn't see it. But
I see a jury demand. We're going to have a hearing, and then if we need a trial in front of a jury, but here's the problem. Mr. Phelps, they've listed you as a defendant, but you're not. Is he in the lease as a resident or anything?
No, Your Honor.
Or an occupant?
No.
I don't think he's listed at all, Your Honor.
So is he being asked to leave? Do you need to amend your paperwork?
Do I need to amend, Your Honor?
I'm just, if he's not there under a lease, he's not there under a lease.
That's correct.
So is this a termination, a tenancy case for him?
No, we've filed it as a demand for possession because there's $4,700 owed under the lease. So our
Well,
argument,
we're doing a jury trial on this. He's filed a jury demand and you've listed him as a defendant. If we're doing a jury demand, this date's going to be, I'm gonna have to talk to even try and find a jury date. I have criminal jury cases every Friday. And here's what I can't have. I can't have Mr. Phelps and Miss Bailey continuing to live in the property long-term and not paying rent. But I also can't get a jury here on a landlord-tenant docket in the middle of a landlord-tenant docket.
Your Honor, I would ask if we move to a jury trial that he be ordered to pay at least 1 month rent into court escrow.
I agree.
Or maybe ongoing rent that he owes in escrow, because there is no reason. First of all, he shouldn't even be there. He's blocking and tackling. I believe this is fraudulent because that lady is out there. We should look at his record. He's probably constantly doing this to other landlords.
Look, I don't listen. I don't have, I'm not going to start looking at his record. But listen, Mr. Phelps, you have to put 1 month's rent in escrow at the court.
Arif, tell the court how much the 1 month rent would be.
Yeah, it's $1,625.
$1,625, 1 month's rent needs to go into escrow at the court. So you need to come into the court by Tuesday.
I would need that to be by next Friday, Your Honor.
You have to pay ongoing rent into that account too. So if I give you until April 4th, you're gonna have to also pay, you also have to pay this rent for April now.
Yeah, February. He has got rent
But that's
unpaid since
assuming-
February.
What's
Actually,
that?
since January.
But I can't, my court recorder cannot take you down both at the same time. Mr. Phelps, what were you saying?
That's assuming that after I present my evidence, that I would owe half of this, even any of this.
Well,
That's
you're
why
not-
I'm getting it.
Look it.
That's why.
What
I'm
is
asking
your
for a jury
evidence,
trial.
sir? What is your defense?
We paid to be somewhere else for 41 days, Your Honor. And I also paid a plumber to come in here before he ever attempted to have a plumber come in here to come into this building. The reason I
What do you
couldn't
mean
pay
by
this
to pay
man
to be
is
somewhere
because
else
I
for
took
40
over. Say again, ma'am. I'm sorry.
I'm taking a 3-minute recess because I've had it and I need a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Arif, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Let me do the talking.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, Ron, just so you know, since January, there's past due rent.
That may be true. We're talking right now about escrow payments.
Yep.
The court's going to make him pay escrow for March and April next month, so if he wants to continue with the case. But let me talk to the judge.
Sure.
I mean, she's that close to terminating the hearing. Arif, when was the plumber there that you?
So I have all the proof.
I understand.
Blair called me. Yeah, Blair called me, and the very
Arif, my
next day she
question
said,
is, when was the plumber there?
yeah, I'll give you the date.
Send me the receipts and everything.
Yeah.
Send me the
We
canceled
paid
check.
$6,000 to the plumber. We have the receipt, we have everything.
You send me the invoice and receipts, and send me the proof of the payment itself, if it was a canceled check or whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
As soon as we were made aware, we took care of it. So this 41-day stuff, I will show you evidence of all the texts with her
Okay.
and with him.
I hear you. Send me the stuff.
Yep. And I'll send you all the receipts we paid the plumber too.
Thank you.
I'm gonna make it crystal clear to all of you before I ask you anything. The next person who talks over another person, especially me, is gonna pay $100 for direct contempt. And then the next person who talks over, we could sit here all day and you guys can both owe $2,000 in contempt by the time we're done. Answer my questions. Mr. Phelps, are you telling the court that you had to move out of the house for a prolonged period of time?
Yes.
For what reason? What is your allegation?
There were 3 inches or so of water, sewage water, not to mention, on the floor throughout the whole home. The sink and the both sinks, the double sink and the washroom sink and toilet, all backed up. And
Okay. All right.
Oh.
Next question. Did you contact your landlord about that? Or did your
Yes.
daughter contact?
Yes, she contacted him about it, yes.
Did anyone come out on the landlord's behalf to look at the problem and fix the problem?
Not originally.
Okay. Did you have someone come out originally?
Yes, TI Hardware and Sewage, yes.
Did you have to pay a bill for that?
Yes, I have the receipt.
How much?
I paid $275. $275. They snaked and stuck a camera in the system.
Okay. Why did you have to move out for 41 days for that?
Because my daughter said that he wasn't staying in contact with her, and he didn't feel as though the plumber that let me back up just a second. The guy that he had came out and said, hey, this guy thinks you guys tore up his garbage disposal. And he laughed and he said, this guy does.
All right, I don't need all that. See, this is the problem. I need a direct answer. Was it because the house was too damaged to live in for 41 days?
Yes, there was sewage water throughout the home, throughout the complete home. Yes.
How long has it been since that's been cleared up?
It was a holiday. It was either Thanksgiving or Christmas. He actually.
So why hasn't any rent been paid since then?
Because because I had a problem with all the money that I spent for us to be somewhere else, and I let him know, hey, I'm going to work with you. I'm going to try to get this thing done. That's when we shook hands.
But now it's the end of March and you've not paid a penny.
Well, a month ago or so, we had an argument in which I didn't think there was anything that we could do.
Mr. Phelps, you think you could just live there for free forever?
No, he said, no, ma'am. He said that he was getting the court involved and that the court would decide. And that's what
All right, well, I'll
with
decide.
him. All
right, nobody talk. I'm deciding. You have until April 4th to submit 1625 to the court for escrow. And then every week thereafter, while this case is pending, you have to submit $377 per week.
Okay.
And that money is not necessarily going to him. That money may be returned to you based on my ruling or the jury's ruling, but I'm not going to have, when there's over 3,000 due and owing, it sounds like you have a defense, but I'm not just going to have money accruing on this. And by the time we get a jury trial date, you owe, there's a claim for $10,000. Like, that's not happening. 1625 by April 4th, I'm giving you a few extra days for your paycheck, and thereafter you're to pay $377 every Friday at the court for the escrow account. And then at the end, I'll decide who gets what. Are we clear? Does everybody understand my ruling?
Understood, Your Honor.
All right, and Mr. Phelps and Mr. Ruark, I am going to have to find a day for this jury trial. And I want you to understand that we don't have a lot of jury trial dates. So I'm hopeful that both of you will make the date work. And I have a full expectation that Blair Bailey will be present at the jury trial. Everybody's going to be here, because if I call in residents from our community to sit on a jury trial, we're going.
Understood.
So I will get you a jury trial date. I'll take it down to my civil clerk and we'll figure out a date and I'll try and get it done within the next 30 to 40 days. But that's the reality of a jury trial. I need to find a day.
Understood, Your Honor. I have one question, Your Honor.
Yes?
If the payments into escrow are not made, what will the penalty be?
We'll have an immediate hearing on it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I mean, if the payments aren't made, Mr. Ruark, I mean, I don't have time to go downstairs and ask every Friday if
I'll
the
check.
payments aren't made, but if they're not made, I want you to file an emergency motion. It can be 3 sentences long and we'll get you on the docket immediately and we'll figure it out then.
Understood.
All right, everyone have a good day.
Thanks, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.